You know, it is kind of hard to make a video based on this topic because what exactly am I going to talk about? I mean, I really have nothing to complain about with my life. I am extremely grateful for everything that I have. I'm able to live with my parents for some time until they kick me out. I have a car, I have a girlfriend, I have a job. I think I'm doing pretty good. But in the back of my head, I always get that message telling me I can do better. See, one thing that is hard for other people to not do is compare their lives to others, and I do that on a regular basis. I see people my age, I'm 22 by the way, living way better than me, although I really don't know their current situations or what they have done to get to that point. I just see their present instead of their past. And every time I see a young individual driving a very expensive car or traveling across the world, going to places like Dubai or Africa or wherever, I always look at myself questioning, why am I working at this dead-end job when I could be doing that type of stuff? And I know I'm young. I have a lot of time to figure out what I want to do in life because as of right now, I still don't know what I want to do. I mean, of course, I want to do YouTube, but I need a plan B just in case it doesn't work out, you know? I skipped out on college because for one, I hate school, and I also think it's a big waste of time, energy, and money. But people actually have plans for the degrees, and I fully respect that. It's just not for me. I went to Kennesaw State for about one term and I almost died, bro. It felt like I was going to lose my mind if I went to one more class, and I didn't even get assigned anything difficult. It was just the fact that I had to go to a class and do work and listen to these lectures, knowing that I'm not even listening to the professor. The only useful thing that college has ever taught me was that once you're on your own, you are on your own. You can't always rely on your parents. You can't always rely on your friends. You will have to do what's best for you. And what was best for me at the time was to drop out. In fact, I didn't even finish the semester. I lasted up to like 3 months. Then I dropped out and started working on YouTube videos. I couldn't tell my parents at the time because how can you tell them that you dropped out of school? The place that they want you to attend, the thing that they think is necessary for a successful life. I've always thought otherwise, and because of that, I made that decision. So while my parents were thinking I was in school, what I was really doing was going to my brother's dorm and hanging out over there for the whole day working on YouTube videos. Thank God my brother and I went to the same college at the time because I do not know where I would have been. Probably freaking Starbucks or Barnes & Noble, I don't know. What I do know is that I made a decision that was best for me. So after the fall term was over, I told my mom that I was going to take a break from school and just work. Although she wasn't really on the board with my plan with the whole YouTube thing, she supported it. In that whole year, I just been job hopping, struggling to keep a job because I just hated the idea of giving 8 to 12 hours of my day to a company that can replace me within the snap of your fingers. And because of working those hours, I had little to no time to work on YouTube. So I had to take a break from that and build up money. I mean, I could have just stayed jobless and focused on my passion, but be for real, no one wants to be broke. Plus, Adobe is not cheap. While job hopping, I was honestly miserable with my life. I couldn't find a meaning to it. During this time, I had no girlfriend, no friends, really nobody except for my mom who I can talk to about anything. But that just wasn't enough. Every day at work, I thought about how my life could have been different if I just stopped working and just work on YouTube videos full time. But your boy needed that bread. When I was in my teen years, I've always wanted to share my drawings with a lot of people because I've been sketching these characters since middle school and they hold a special place in my heart. The problem was that I had no idea how to show the whole world to them until I got to high school. In the course of that time, I was working on this very sketchy comic book that gained a lot of people's attention, and they told me I should publish it or make stories about it on YouTube, and that really just gave me the idea. I started YouTube when I started college, and I was enjoying every minute of it. Even though my animation was crappy and could still use some work, I was doing something that made me smile for once. Unfortunately, life hit me and I had to push YouTube to the side for a bit, but as they always say, if you want something done, you will find a way to make it happen. Therefore, while I was working all these full-time jobs, I made another risk and stopped looking for full-time and just started working part-time. And I say it's a risk because the part-time jobs over in my area are kind of trash when it comes to the pay. So even if I was working like part-time hours, my check would not be that heavy and I wouldn't really be making that much money. But I just thought of it like, as long as I got money to afford Adobe Tubi and all my streaming services and put food in my fucking belly, I'm good. I think one of my biggest regrets in life is listening to what others think is best for me. And I know the people who told me some advice were only trying to help, but only I know what's best for me and you know what's best for you. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to what they have to say. What I'm saying is listen to your heart and follow the path that God made for you. My journey is only beginning, and I am so excited to share it and experience it with everyone.